Good morning, Com 101 class. In case you missed something earlier, we're going to talk about the Transformational Leadership Theory. Again, I'm Alex Bilbo.
And I'm Amy Buczkowski. First, let's define a leader. A leader is someone who leads or commands a group, organization, or country. However, a transformational leader is someone who takes an approach that causes change in individuals and social systems. They create a valuable and positive change in the followers with the end goal of developing those followers into leaders.
James V. Downton Jr. was a man born in 1938. He was a sociologist known for his research on charismatic leadership, activism, and new religious movements. He received his Ph.D. from the University of California, Berkeley in 1968. Downton was the first to coin the term transformational leadership, one of the key concepts in leadership research over the past 25 years.
Transformational leadership theory was further developed by James McGregor Burns. Burns was a distinguished leadership scholar at the University of Maryland, College Park. During World War II, Burns served in the U.S. Army as a combat historian in the Pacific Theater. Throughout his time in the military, he noticed that when leadership was mentioned, it was in terms of the traits and qualities of officers, but not soldiers. While studying leadership, Burns shifted focus from the traits and actions of great men to the interaction of leaders and their nation.
In Burns' book, Leadership, he says transformational leadership occurs when one or more persons engage with others in such a way that leaders and followers raise one another to higher levels of motivation and morality. He also says that people being lifted into their better selves is a secret of transformational leadership. Gus from the Benchwarmers can be seen as a transformational leader because he motivates his friends Clark and Richie to try new things and stand up for themselves. He inspires them by committing so much of his time to teach them the game of baseball, something Clark and Richie never saw themselves doing. And Gus doesn't expect anything in return from Clark and Richie. He only wants to help them find their confidence.
Come on, Clark!
I want to go home.
Hey, no, we need you, buddy.
No, you don't. I'm awful.
Come on now.
This one's coming right to you, Clark.
It's up, Clark! Clark! Clark, look out! All right, throw!
The work of Burns was extended by a man named Bernard M. Bass. According to Bass, transformational leadership is defined based on the impact that it has on followers.
According to Bass, here are 3 ways to describe followers of a transformational leader. Uno.
Followers of such a leader feel trust, admiration, loyalty, and respect for the leader.
Dos. A transformational leader offers followers something more than just working for self-gain. They provide followers with an inspiring mission and vision to give them an identity. Tres.
Followers of a transformational leader are heavily influenced by that person. You may even see followers becoming more like leaders.
Looking at Benchwarmers again, we can see that Gus continues to fit the idea of a transformational leader because people feel like they can trust him. They admire him and his courage to stand up to the bullies. Even after finding out Gus was once a bully, they continued to be loyal and respect him. Gus has inspired not only the young kids who were bullied, but also the bullies, to make a new identity for themselves. Instead of looking at the difference in skill level they all have when playing baseball, Gus helps to show them it's the love for the game that they all have in common and that the bullies can help the bullied become better.
Come on, strike out this loser!
You know what? You're the loser.
Time!
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Nelson. I'm gonna throw you one right down the middle, okay? What does that mean?
It means choke up on the bat a little and swing away. The ball is gonna be right there.
Hey, thanks. I can help you with your social studies homework later if you need it.
Sounds good. I suck at social studies.
Okay, guys, follow my lead. Oops, the Butterfinger.
He got hit! Come on, go! Go! Oh my God! Why are you kicking it? Go! Go! Get it, go! 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 Come on! Come on! Go! 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 Nelson! Nelson, get into play! Slide! Slide! Yeah! We did not get shut out!
Some key characteristics of a transformational leader include emphasizing positive development of followers, raising awareness of moral standards, highlighting important priorities, creating an ethical climate, one in which values are shared, encouraging followers to look beyond self-interest to the common good, promoting cooperation and harmony, providing individual coaching and mentoring for followers, allowing freedom of choice for followers. Some assumptions of transformational leadership include: people will follow a person who inspires them.
A person with a vision and passion can achieve great things.
The way to get things done is by injecting enthusiasm and energy.
Transformational leaders need to have integrity and high emotional intelligence. Some strengths of the transformational leadership theory are as followed. Transformational leadership is effective in implementing change due to its focus on a clear vision. A transformational leader is supposed to create a clear vision of the change the organization needs, which will make it easier for the followers to believe in.
Leadership theory tends to strike a balance between short and long-term goals. Since the framework focuses on meaningful and achievable goals, it starts the long-term process by establishing short-term goals to keep things going.
The transformational leader's example provides motivation and inspiration for the followers, with a focus on pushing them to higher standards.
Groups with a transformational leader exhibit higher levels of performance and motivation compared to other types of groups. Followers under the leadership style have more support and options for personal development.
It creates other leaders with transformational qualities. Since individuals are using self-motivation and self-actualization as part of their work, they can use these talents to become transformational leaders themselves.
Emphasizes collaboration instead of personal gains. Transformational leadership's focus on creating a common vision to work towards can lead to faster results and more deep-rooted change within the organization.
Although there are a lot of strengths to this theory, those strengths can also bring forward the theory's limitations. Influence can backfire. Transformational leaders are great motivators and visionaries. They have the charisma to talk to people into making changes and following goals together as one. Although this can be effective in achieving goals easily with less or no objections, this can have a negative impact if the leader is immoral or is self-serving. If the leader is a risk-taker who will make decisions that are not well thought and can result in something negative, chances are the followers will be the ones to be put in line.
Can result to wrong decisions. Since transformational leaders can stimulate the minds of their followers, they can make people agree and support their plans and actions. With the authority and confidence given to these leaders, there can be instances where leaders can make harsh and abrupt decisions out of emotion. Because these leaders are believable and have the charm to entice others, decisions that are not in the best interests of the majority can be carried out, and in the end, have negative implications.
Follower burnout. A transformational leader has many plans and is open to change and development. Followers also become hopeful and inspired to attain these goals. In a nutshell, the leader and its followers share their dreams and work together, making the followers feel a part of the team. However, this can be disadvantageous if people are made to work long hours. In the end, they will be tired and dissatisfied because they will feel that they have been taken advantage of.
Priority. When it comes to encouraging team members, transformational leaders have the tendency to coach and mentor only selected groups of individuals. Although this can lead to leadership trainings and enhancement of knowledge, these opportunities are only given to selected individuals. This will be problematic because not all of the needs of the team members as a whole are met, since priority might be given only to preferred individuals.
Challenges and details. Although transformational leadership theory has benefits like having a vision and long-term plans, critics say that these can leave details out of the picture. This being true, organizations under a transformational leader might suffer in the long run, especially if the right people are not there to assist or handle the details in carrying out the long-term plan of the organization.
Not always effective. Transformational leadership style can motivate followers or individuals and even uplift the morale of people, but this style is not applicable all the time. In an organization where employees see their leader as someone like them, it might be possible that a transformational leader might not be an effective motivator since followers will rely on their own perceptions instead.
Going back to the benchwarmers, we see that although Gus has the great vision to stand up to bullies, he needs help to make the change. This is where billionaire Mel comes in. He gives Gus all the right ideas and details to make Gus's vision possible. He sets up the round-robin tournament and builds the new baseball diamond to attract teams to join the tournament. Without the help of Mel, Gus wouldn't have been able to see his vision happen.
Mean-spirited teams of the state.
But why us three?
Because you know what it feels like to be left out. You're three grown men who never got to play baseball because you were weird and smelled and sat when you peed. Okay, the last one was just me. But you get my point.
But why would any of these teams agree to play in this tournament?
For the prize.
It's incredible.
An official-size stadium, modeled to scale, after all the greatest ballparks in America.
It's like Wrigley, Fenway, and Yankee Stadium.
Nelson and his buddies have already set up several websites devoted to your team.
You can go on nerdleague.net, thebenchwarmers.org. Please stop with the shit tossing it's getting old.com.
Mel, why don't you just build a stadium for Nelson and his buddies and keep everybody else out?
Because, Richie, that won't solve anything.
Yeah, Clark.
If we can beat them at their own game, then kids like Nelson and his buddies will get respect.
We'll do it. Come on. Bench warmers on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Transformational leadership theory works well in environments that need large changes and supports lots of motivation. However, this theory does not apply when a group needs no change. If the group is already successful, you most likely won't find a transformational leader who has supportive followers.
Thanks for watching and study hard for finals.